Higher education, once revered as a rigorous intellectual journey, is now increasingly criticized for lowering its academic standards to meet student satisfaction and to boost graduation rates. We're witnessing a troubling trend across colleges and universities where the quality of education is compromised for the sake of convenience, enrollment, and rankings. The impact of this shift is particularly noticeable in the rise of easy A courses, where students are given high grades for minimal effort, and grade inflation, which has led to GPAs that no longer reflect true academic achievement. This growing trend is not just a minor inconvenience, but it's a significant problem. The lack of academic rigor in higher education is creating an underprepared workforce, and students are entering the job market without the critical skills needed for success. To reverse the alarming trend, we must restore academic rigor, hold institutions accountable, and foster a culture of intellectual curiosity in higher education. The dumbing down of higher education is a significant issue, but it's not an unsolvable one. We can address it by increasing academic rigor, holding institutions accountable for the quality of their education that they provide, and fostering a culture that values intellectual curiosity. Let's explore these solutions in a little bit more detail. The first and most important is to increase the academic challenge across the board. Colleges and universities must challenge their students with demanding coursework and tests that's not just memorization or busy work, but critical thinking, problem solving, and practical application. Professors should be encouraged to design assignments and exams that require students to think deeply and to engage with the material in a very high level. For instance, instead of like a multiple choice exam that only tests your surface level knowledge, we should move more towards essay-based exams, case studies, and research projects that push students to analyze and create new ideas. Some universities have already implemented policies to combat grade inflation and to raise their academic standards. For example, schools like Stanford and Harvard and Yale have strict grading policies and focus on maintaining academic integrity of their programs. These efforts have shown that maintaining their high standards not only improves student performance, but it also builds a more capable and a skilled worker in the workforce. Another key solution is to hold institutions accountable for the quality of their education. Universities and colleges should be required to meet high standards of teaching and to increase their accreditation processes, transparency in academic outcomes, and regular evaluations by independent bodies should be conducted regularly. Students and parents must demand that institutions focus on actual learning outcomes, not just student satisfaction or graduation rates. These are things that we see in postgraduate education, such as medical schools and dental schools, which make them very competitive. Transparency can help ensure that universities prioritize the quality of education. For example, colleges could be required to publish a detailed report about their success rates of their graduates in the job market. These skills that students acquire and the learning outcomes achieved should all be highlighted. By holding institutions accountable for these markets, we can push we can push for better quality in higher education. Finally, fostering a culture of curiosity and engagement is essential to a valid education. Too often, students enter higher education with the goal of simply obtaining a degree, rather than learning and expanding their minds. Universities should encourage students to ask questions, engage with new ideas, and to pursue areas of knowledge that challenge their existing beliefs. Encouraging things such as research opportunities, open discussion in class, and they should help students develop a deeper intellectual curiosity. Also, professors must encourage their mindset by being passionate about their subjects, encouraging a classroom environment where critical discussions are the normal. Programs like honors courses, research fellowships, and internships can create great opportunities for students to go beyond their basic engagement and engage deeply with their field of study. A personal example that I have experienced in my own field of study is my high-level advanced topics courses, such as biochemistry and advanced human genetics. The first days of these classes, our professors stressed to our class about the difficulty of her courses. And the reason for this is that she pointed out that these courses are so difficult in order to prepare our students for the challenges of our postgraduate plans. such as for myself attending a dental school or many of my colleagues in class going to medical school. These classes present a very high level of difficulty in the complex understanding of these topics, and our exams reflect this, with the majority of the questions on them being free response questions and our course being paired with very large research assignments that carry a large weight in our final grades. She also is very transparent with the class about their past successes of students and connects us with her former students. She's had former graduates come in and speak about their experiences and their methods of studying, which help them not only prepare for her class, but prepare for classes in medical schools or dental schools or in the workplace. These classes hold a very high standard for us students and help us learn more compared to our general education classes, such as humanities. This class was strictly focused on memorizing concepts from art and putting them on paper. This style resulted in me personally not learning or being engaged in the topics. This compared very bad compared to my high level courses where they challenge us and make us think and try to understand all of the topics on a deeper level. The dumbing down of higher education, it seriously undermines the quality of learning and the future success of students. There are some courses that don't even require you to have a physical textbook. By reducing academic rigor, focusing too much on student satisfaction, and pushing for quick graduations, universities have created an environment where intellectual engagement has taken a backseat. However, the student must increase academic rigor, holding institutions accountable and fostering a culture of curiosity. By implementing these solutions, we can we can ensure that higher education once again fulfills its role of preparing students for the challenges of the real world and shaping future generations that are capable, innovative, and ready to lead. Remember, the purpose of education is not simply to acquire a degree, but to expand your mind, sharpen your skills, and prepare ourselves to make meaningful contributions to society. It's time to demand more from our universities and ourselves in the pursuit of true academic excellence. Thank you.